Good morning, everybody. Jason Griggs, Huntington and Ellis, and I'm gonna do a different type of video today. I am going to kind of give you a little secret. I'm gonna talk about one of the best hidden communities here in Las Vegas. Now, I am a little biased on this because I live in this community, but I will tell you this. I bought into this community about 3 years ago, and it was the best decision I ever made. I'm gonna go through in this video why I absolutely love the San Rafael community here in Silverado Ranch, and I'm gonna talk about why you cannot get anything like this in Las Vegas, especially for the prices that they are now. So welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for an awesome video. So I'm glad you're still with me, and I bought into this community about 3 years ago, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. When I moved to Las Vegas, I wanted to buy something with land. I wanted to buy something that has a big backyard. And in this community that consists of 163 homes, this is the most rare community in all of Las Vegas. And when I first moved in here, I was a little nervous because, to be frank and honest, this neighborhood was built in 1999, and it's a little older. But once I moved in, that went right out the window. Now there's 163 homes in this neighborhood, and each single one of them has over a half acre as their backyard. The second part of this that I love is every single home. The second part of this is I absolutely love the location of this community. See, I lived in Henderson in Sunridge, and great area, amazing, but I was consistently going to Summerlin often, and the drive down Eastern and the traffic to the 215 was absolutely brutal. So I moved to this community here in San Rafael, and I found that being central Vegas, that's where this community is, I'm going to put the map of where this location is so much better. You're just so much closer to the west side. You're minutes from Henderson, and you get the best of both worlds being central in this community. Now, this community consists of both single-story and two-story homes. The square footage of this community ranges from 3,000 square feet single stories up to 5,500 square feet two stories. But I love the location of this community the most. See, it's a gated community. It's quiet. I'm going to drive through it in a minute here. It's a quiet community. It's beautiful. There's tons of landscaping, and it's just a really nice, quiet kids, families, barbecues, community parties, you name it, we have it here. But this community is most known for the lot sizes, and I wanted a big backyard, and I built out an incredible backyard, a big pool. I built a turf field for my kid, outdoor barbecue, and I'll show it to you. You name it, we have it. But about a year and a half ago, Las Vegas put in a new law, I'll say rule law, that you could not build over a certain size pool, which is crazy to me. But they did. They said the gallons of water, it's too much. They're having a water issue. So if you have a pool size like I have, in my opinion, down the line, it's going to be very, very valuable. In this community, has a half acre above lot, but it also has some of the biggest massive pools I've ever seen in Las Vegas. So I'm going to show you my backyard. I'm going to drive around the community. I'm going to talk about what I love about living here. So I hope you enjoy, and I'm going to continue. We're going to start the community tour. All right, so this community has two entrances. You have one off Cactus and Gillespie, and then the other one is on the other side on Bermuda. And I've never lived in a gated community before. I heard mixed things about it, but I love it. I think it makes it feel safe. Nobody could get in without the gate clicker, which I got right there, and you just click and you're in, and it just feels like upscale. Older, but still upscale. Now these homes, they don't look modern. They're older. They're built in 1999, but a lot of people here have there's some really awesome curb appeal. So one thing that I love, there's little pockets in this neighborhood. So you'll see down there's I call it a dead end, but they have really elongated driveways and just massive backyards. That's the biggest flex of this community. Well, I'll drive through it and I'll show you, but there's some big boys. So this is a 5,500 square foot home right here, and then on the left side you'll get another little pocket over here. And what I did was, I'm gonna do it in this video, I took the drone up and I looked at just some of the lots over here, and they're just incredible. Now, if you are someone that has a lot of toys, if you have boats, RVs, motorcycles, 4 or more cars, then this is the neighborhood for you. A lot of people in this neighborhood own a lot of toys. And the second biggest thing that people do in this community is they build casitas. Casitas and RV garages are very popular. And what you will see is people put their boats in there, their cars, but like this person right here, you'll see they have a huge lot. They have one of the biggest lots in town inside this neighborhood. This house right here, they just put a casita in, one of the nicest curb appeal homes. And I'm gonna go down this little dead end here. Like, look at the size of this house. Just awesome. Just a lot of greenery here in Vegas, which is not always around. See, they got an RV right there with RV parking. What I do love about this community is obviously the people, but at night it's just so quiet. It's a very quiet community, and it's all green. The landscaping's lush, looks great. I love this little roundabout here, so there's no issues. I'll drive to the other gate. We'll go around this way here. You'll see a lot of people walking around with their dogs. People have strollers. They're walking around with their kids. It's just really nice. Some of the homes in here are a little older, so they are dated, and you can tell which ones are dated and which ones have been updated. I'm seeing a lot of people that bought these homes a while ago. They have good interest rates on them, or they're paid off, and they're starting to remodel, but they're also starting to extend on the home, which is not something very popular in Las Vegas. So people are building out, they're extending on their homes, they're adding more square footage. Here's a listing I have currently on 360 Hedge Hope. This is one of the nicest homes on the market here in Silverado Ranch right now. But there's 161 homes in here, and I know that because I walked it once. They hand out flyers. It took me a long time. I totally underestimated how far and how long the driveways were, so it takes you a while to walk this. But you'll see there's a lot of parking. A lot of the homes have the side garages as well as the front facing garage, which is awesome. This home has beautiful landscaping, and then some of them don't. They have the rock landscaping. But these homes back up to Bermuda, so their backyard does not have any neighbor behind. Okay, so if you wanted to go through the second entrance, I call it the second entrance, but this one actually might be the main entrance, is right here, right off of Fairfield, and you would come down Bermuda. And now if you like casinos, this community has one of the best locations because it's located a block away, street away from the South Point Casino, which is one of my favorite casinos. It's a big local casino. It's very cheap. It's ran very old school way. They don't charge for parking, free valet. So if you were coming off of, I'm gonna retract here for a second. Coming off from Bermuda, you would make that left right there. And then here is the entrance. So really easy to navigate. But like I mentioned, if you like casinos, you have the South Point a street away. And then you also have the M Hotel, which is, they just put their second tower in. So really popular there. They have it's a big local spot, but it's also a big spot for conventions and people coming from California, because you take the 15, it's one of the first hotels right off the highway. Now, I know I touched base about the location of this community. This community is located right off of Cactus in the 15 highway and Las Vegas Boulevard. So one of the things that I love to do is I love to go to the Golden Knights games. I love to go to the Raider games, and I could get to those things in about 8 minutes time. I could get to the airport in 12 minutes. It's just such a breeze and such a joy and such a, I would say, such a killer perk, in my opinion, being right next to the highway, because you don't get sucked into some of these streets like Eastern and St. Rose where it's just so congested. And I used to do that all the time. And honestly, I would complain like, hey, I don't want to go all the way to Summerlin because of the traffic. With this, you don't get that. So you could get on the 15, go 215 west and get to Summerlin, get to Sky Canyon, Centennial, all the way up north, so much faster. Now, if you wanted to go to Henderson, so much, you would take Maryland's right up, and you would go right to St. Rose Parkway. And that's where they're building the Henderson West Fieldhouse, Chicken and Pickle. They have so many stores now and restaurants building on St. Rose Parkway. And you would take that right into Henderson. And if you wanted to go to deeper Henderson, you would just continue on the 215 to the 215 East and head into the deeper part of Henderson towards Lake Las Vegas. So one of the most underrated parts of this community is just the location of it. It's just such a nice, easy place to live and easy to get to other places, which I'm a big fan of. All right, I'm gonna head to my house now. I live in a single story, and I built out this really cool outdoor kitchen, and this is my pool. And this is why I bought the home, to be honest with you. I just loved the covered patio. I built out that overhang, but this pool is absolutely massive. I have the hot tub. I mean, look at the size of this thing. You cannot get a pool this size. When I first saw it, I was like, I have to have it. And then what I did was I turfed all this, and you could see I love sports. And so me and my kids are out here every day playing. We got over a half acre here, and we freaking love it. If you enjoyed the video today, please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Really helps me put out the content. Let me know what you think about this community. Now, prices for this community range between, on the lower end, $800,000. Those are homes that are not remodeled, all the way up to the highest sale was $1.8 million. I personally bought my house for $975,000, and I put $200,000 into it with the backyard. That's probably what you're gonna have to do. If you're interested in the Hedge Hope listing that I have, please comment or shoot me a text at 702-600-8027. I would really love to show that to you. But I'm a big fan of this community. I am going to have a lot of off-market opportunities in this community. I have like 3 or 4 people who want to sell soon, and they're going to move. But this is such a bang for your buck, in my opinion, if you want a backyard of this size. So I'm Jason Griggs with Huntington Ellis. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon.